I'm Gracia. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. So for today's video, it's another sit down video, and the reason because is, well, obviously if you're looking at the title, it's because of my anxiety. I feel like I haven't really talked about it that much, like in depth. On social media I've obviously mentioned it and stuff, but I wanted to make a more in-depth video talking about this because it's something that a lot of people struggle with, and I just feel like I am okay with being open about this. So as I said before, this is another sit down video because, and if you watch my videos and you're actually like, if you pay attention and stuff to me and you care about my YouTube, you would have noticed that I have been a little bit inactive. Is that how you say it? I think so. I think that's how you say it. But I've been inactive, and that is because I've been dealing with my mental health. So I think I posted 2 weeks ago, and then the week before that I didn't post, but I said I'm trying, but it really got to me kind of bad right now. Like I obviously deal with this day by day, whatever, but like it just, I don't know what it is. I'm like, bitch, is it Mercury in retrograde? Is that what's going on? Maybe. But either way, I was like, I kind of want to come on here, and this is probably a good time to talk about this. As long as I can remember, like, even when I was a little girl, I have had moments where I would get so anxious. Like, I remember there was a time, like, I got called up to the office and I was about to cry. I swear to you, like, they told me, like, oh no, you're okay. Like, because I was like, am I in trouble? Like, I don't know why that just gave me a lot of anxiety. I don't know what it was, but I think in about middle school, maybe like 6th, 7th grade, especially, I think in 7th grade is when it started more. Like, I think 6th grade I was a little bit depressed, and I've been dealing with anxiety and depression. Like, they kind of go side by side, especially because my anxiety just caused more depression. Like, it's just so tiring. Like, your mind is literally always like, it just doesn't shut the fuck up. Like, it's like you're trying to sleep, you're trying to do shit, you want your life together, and it just won't shut the fuck up, and you're like, just shut the fuck up, and it won't. So I remember 8th grade probably was, no, 8th summer before high school was probably one of the worst times of my anxiety. I remember, like, I used to have a lot of panic attacks. Like, I get anxiety attacks all the time, you know, that's nothing, but it's like those anxiety attacks would turn into panic attacks because it was just so bad and horrible. Like, I would wake up from my sleep and then I would start having panic attacks, and I was like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like I couldn't control my breathing. You know how panic attacks go, it's like you're hyperventilating, like you just can't stop, and it was horrible. But I've learned to deal with my anxiety, but lately it's just been beating my ass. Like, it's just kind of like, I don't know, bro. My mind is like, you need to do this, this, and this, and this, and this, and then I'm just thinking so much I just don't get anything done because my mind is telling me a million things at a time, and it's like, like worrying me and all this and that, and I'm like, fuck, what the fuck, literally. But I remember I had spoken to my family about my anxiety, and to be honest with you, this hurt me. Nobody really believed me. And also, don't think you need to go get diagnosed by a fucking doctor if you think you have anxiety. Like, girl, you just look up the symptoms, and if you have that shit, you probably have that shit. Like, I told my doctor, I was like, girl, I have anxiety, and she's like, why do you think that? I'm like, girl, like, this is what happens to me and shit. And she's like, oh yeah, you got anxiety, girl. I'm like, yeah, like, you don't need a fucking doctor to tell you this shit. So, because, you know, I used to see a lot of people on the internet invalidating people's mental illness just because they weren't getting diagnosed by a doctor. Like, girl, it's real without being diagnosed. Like, it's real. So don't let people invalidate that for you. But I remember telling my family, I was like, I have anxiety, like, and it's not fake, like, I'm not just being a little bitch, like. And I had a lot of bad social anxiety too. My social anxiety's gotten better, thank God, because I'm like, you need that shit when you grow up, you know. But like, I couldn't order my fucking food, bitch. Like, I could not. Like, I wanted to cry when I did. I don't know what it was. It was just like, I couldn't. But I told my family about this, and they were like, no, you're just exaggerating. You need to just like talk to God and this and that. I'm like, pray. And I'm like, girl, I've been doing that. But like, that's not really helping me, you know. Like, I reached out for help to my family and I kind of got shut down. So that really sucked. But I just want you guys to know that if you are in a similar situation, talk with a friend that you really trust. If like your family isn't, somebody you could go to, or like your parent, like a parent or a sibling, like whoever you trust the most that you feel like will understand your situation. You should really talk to somebody, because it's not good to keep those feelings inside, because it'll like make you feel crazy at some point. Like, I felt crazy. But I got shut down by my family, and I didn't really have like, or I had a friend that I kind of would talk to about it, but I wasn't like super detailed about it, you know. Like, here and there when I was like in my lows, I would most definitely talk about it, because I was like, I need somebody, you know. I can't deal with this alone, and you don't have to deal with it alone. Or even if you guys want, you could literally DM me. I would try my best to respond if you guys need somebody to talk to. I've had like conversations with people before, like they just DM me, and I appreciate that you trust me with your emotions and and being vulnerable. And I'm always here if I can answer, because sometimes Instagram doesn't fucking send me the messages right or something. I don't fucking know why. Don't ask me why. And it's just kind of hard to go through all the messages, but I promise I will try. Just make sure the first letter you're like, bitch, help, like, and I'll be like, I'm gonna check this fucking DM right away. Going into high school, I still had anxiety, and like, honestly, I don't know how I learned to deal with it more. But girl, I'm over here, if you saw me, my legs are over here like moving and shit, shaking. Yeah. Anyways, let me stop that, because I feel like I'm moving myself too. But going into high school, my anxiety was so bad, my depression was alright, but then I was in a relationship, and I ended that relationship, and my anxiety got bad again, and depression hit me. But I really don't know how I got myself out of that. Like, I kid you not, I had nobody at this time. Like, I didn't have any friends. Like, I didn't talk to anybody about how I felt. I don't know how I got through that, bro. Like, it took a lot, and I'm just like, now I'm like, okay, what I'm going through right now isn't as bad. Like, I should be fine, right? But it's still kind of like, me over here gaslighting myself, but I'm still like, fuck, like, I don't know why I just feel this way. And it's like, my anxiety is just there, even though if I try to talk to myself or calm myself down, I'm like, it's okay, we're gonna be okay. And it's just there, bro. And I'm like, it's so fucking annoying, because I can't live my life. Like, I wanna, let's say I'm like the other day, on Sunday, I wanted to go to sleep early. I went to sleep early, and I wanted to wake up at 3:30, go to the gym, come back, shower, get ready, eat, do some classes. That's what I wanted to do. But what happened instead, I woke up at 1 in the morning with anxiety. I started crying, and I was like, why the fuck did I wake up out of my sleep with anxiety? Like, what? Like, girl, I kid you not, like, you can't even fucking control it. I'm like, girl, like, get your shit together, you're ruining my fucking plans. So then I couldn't go to sleep. I went to sleep at 4 in the morning, and then I woke up late, and like, my whole day was just set back, and it just kind of like fucks with you. You're like, ugh, like, this is not what I wanted, and it just makes me like depressed, and I'm like, ugh. So I just don't do anything. and that fucking sucks. I did try therapy, but I don't know, it just wasn't for me. Like I would love to go to therapy for other stuff, but not my anxiety. Like I just don't know, like the anxiety is just fucking there, bro. I'm like, I don't fucking know. Like what do you want me to talk about? It's just fucking there. Like something's wrong, I don't know. Like just there, like my body's like fucking like tense, I don't know, you know. So I can't really do therapy for that. So I tried to I got on antidepressants, and I did those for a while, but then I felt like I was doing good without them, like because I would forget sometimes, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get off of them because I don't want to live my life like on antidepressants. And I was doing good, and like now I'm not doing as good, but I'm like, girl, I don't want to go back on antidepressants. So I'm like, what do I do? Lord Jesus, help me. Just kidding. But I'm just like, I'll figure it out, you know. Dealing with anxiety and depression is just very different for everybody. It looks differently on everybody. Like you can sometimes not even tell. Like I'll have an anxiety attack and I'll just be quiet, and I'm fucking dying inside, literally. Like te tienes que aguantar. Like when you're in public and you have one of those, bro, it fucking sucks. Like I want to cry, and I'm just there, I'm just like girl, I'm literally dying inside, and I'll fucking start like scratching myself or something, girl. I don't fucking know. But that's the reason why I haven't been active, and I feel like I've been doing a little bad on my social media, what I would like to be doing, how I would like to be doing on everything. I've just been slacking because of my anxiety and depression. But I was like, okay, don't be so hard on yourself, because if you're just gonna be hard on yourself, it's not gonna help your mental health, and you're not gonna get the other stuff out of the way that you want to do or whatever. So I was like, okay, I need to refocus, I need to take care of myself, so in order to do the things that I want to do, because you can't do the things you want to do if you're not okay with yourself. Like if you're struggling and stuff, it's just gonna make things 10 times harder. So don't try and skip over the step of helping yourself. Just do whatever you think is right for you. Maybe if therapy sounds right for you, you should go to therapy. Personally, therapy is just kind of iffy for me. I would love to go for some other stuff, but not necessarily my anxiety or my depression. Talking to a friend, even if you don't want to go to a therapist, somebody you really trust. Maybe even going to the doctor to get antidepressants if you just feel like you can't deal with it on your own. That's okay. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to get help. Or if you would like to try to help yourself, I would do podcasts. I would listen to podcasts, read books. Just do things that feel good to you. Don't do things that would harm you, you know. Just do things to help elevate yourself, feel better. Cleaning your room, like making sure your room is clean, that you're clean, really helps your mental health. Because, and I know it's hard to maintain a clean room when you're just like, you feel so unmotivated and you feel like you're going insane. Like that's how I be feeling. But once you do those little things, it really helps you, and you're like, okay, I got this done. Like I can do other things, you know. Just take it step by step. You don't have to rush into anything. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to share that little bit with you about myself and how I've struggled with this for years. And it's kind of sad, you know, like that people struggle with this stuff and that it happens. But I wanted to be real with you guys and be like, bitch, I be having tough times, really tough times. That's gonna be it for today's video. Like I said, if you ever need someone to talk to and you feel like you don't have anyone, feel free to message me. I will try my best to answer you guys, because I know what it feels like, and it feels good to have somebody. Try my best to be helpful. I know it's hard, but I'm here for you guys. But thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully understand why I've been a little MIA and unactive, or not as active as I'd like to be, or whatever. But thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. Peace out.